welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. So last time, we defeated Maxi at the space station, stopped his plans at the rocket fuel, and we also got the HM for Dive as a reward. I could use that to start exploring the region, and maybe even chase out the Team Aqua. But first, I want to do a couple of things. But anyway, our Dive Pokemon is going to be Psyduck, because Psyduck also gets Flash and Rock Smash, and yeah, those moves are going to be important for later. For traveling places, but anyway. So first things first, what we should be doing with Dive is talking about the new Pokemon that can be acquired with it. So, and there's another thing we need to do too. We need to catch one of those Pokemon. So, and I shouldn't put Repel actually. Peloton. That's kind of a rare encounter. And Magneto is just gonna run away. And now we can, of course. So when we get to those dark patches, we can use Dive, and then we can go under the water. So let's do that. And here we are. But this one actually just used an I Am a Heart skill. But yeah, all I'm interested at the moment are the new Pokemon. After that, I'm probably not going to touch Dive for at least a little bit. So let's see. This looks more like what I want to Dive, so let's do that. No, I need these to an item. A Big Pearl. So you can get some pretty lucrative rewards out of Dive. And yeah, the music's really nice. We'll get to hear a lot more when I start searching for Pokemon. Hey Haruka, I was in Pacific Lodge just now. Yeah, this is Brendan, our rival, if you remember him. I saw this huge green Pokemon flying across the sky. I've never seen anything that amazing before. I wish you could have seen it, Haruka. Alright. So he's found something pretty interesting. And here we are, this is the grass. So let's wait for Peldowar and let's get started with talking about these new Pokemon. And while I'm doing that, I need to get a bit more information up, so I guess we can do that. Because yeah, first I'm going to be talking about is a little bit of a strange one. It's the most common encounter too. There we go. So now we should be able to find some Pokemon. And first up is going to be Clamperl. This is that Pokemon I was just talking about. So Clamperl, let's just run away from it. They're going to be running away a lot, it looks like. So Clamperl. Alright, let's actually, get to it. It's a water type as you expect, a pure water type. It has a shell armor ability which protects it against critical hits, which is cool I guess. Its evolution's interesting. You need to trade it while it's holding either the Deep Sea Tooth or the Deep Sea Scale. And with Dive, we can actually get those items with a side quest. So yeah, you'll be able to evolve Clamperl basically as soon as you get it, theoretically speaking. So that's nice. But before we actually talk about the evolutions, there are a few other things we need to talk about. So, it gets... all it learns at level up is Clamp, Water Gun, Whirlpool, and Iron Defense. So, and it starts all those moves, so... yeah, it's a bit of a... it's definitely not a great first impression. And then TM-wise, it's basically only water and ice, in terms of, like, coverage. Same with the mooches as well. And then egg-wise, it does get some interesting ones. It gets Fresh, Mud Sport, Body Slam, Supersonic, Barrier, and Confuse Ray. And its evolutions also get those moves. So I'm going to talk about Clamperl and not its evolutions immediately. Well, the Deep Sea Tooth and the Deep Sea Scale have another purpose. They actually raise Clamperl's stats. So, the Deep Sea Tooth, for example, probably the better of the two if you want to raise Clamperl's stats. Potentially. It actually doubles Clamperl's special attack, so it actually hits pretty hard. It's just that, yeah, it's only going to use water and ice type moves, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, in fact, I think it hits harder than its evolutions because, yeah, the Deep Sea Tooth, it's basically like a thick club from Marowak. So, but yeah, Clample's definitely not as strong. Its stats are pretty bad, like 35 HP, 64 attack, 85 85 defense, 74 special attack, 55 special defense, and 32 speed. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that strategy with the Deep Sea Tooth, because yeah, Clample's other stats aren't really that great. And then the scale, I believe, boosts its doubles its defenses. But yeah, I think Eviolite is going to be better in later generations. But I guess it doesn't exist in this generation, so I guess that's something cool. And let's keep searching. But yeah, this looks like it might take a while. If I end up talking about all the new Pokemon before we find the Pokemon we need, then I'll just get it off screen now. So let's run away. But yeah, I'm gonna double check the Deep Sea scale, see if it, I believe it doubles both defenses. I'm gonna double check. But yeah, that's Clample. And let's run away from it. Say a Deep Sea scale. Let's see. All it does is double the special defense, so you can make that 55 special defense a lot better. So it's just that yeah, you're gonna be missing out a lot of firepower if you do that, and yeah, because yeah, it will become pretty tanky. Its defense is alright, and it gets iron defense, so that could work. It's just that yeah, it sounds very gimmicky. But anyway, we're done talking about Clample. Let's actually talk about its evolutions now. But yeah, like I said, you need a trade to get them, which is annoying. I'm pretty sure it's a trade. Let's talk about Huntail first. So Huntail is a pure water type with a Sorcerer ability, and you need a Deep Sea Tooth. And you need to trade Clample while it's holding it. I don't know how a clown turns to an eel fish thing, but anyway. It actually learns moves with a level up. You can get Screech, you can get Water Pulse, you can get Crunch. Baton Pass sounds quite interesting, especially in later generations, because Clample was given Shell Smash. As you expect, you can Baton Pass that, and that caused a lot of headaches. And then finally Hydro Pump at level 50, which is not bad. TM wise, it's pretty lackluster again. It gets Rock Tomb, but other than that, there's like nothing interesting in terms of like what water types get. It's basically Water Nice. And then yeah, Cheetah's nothing too interesting. Yakuza are the same because it's the same. It comes from the same Pokemon. So stat wise, Hunter's not terrible. It's just that yeah, its stats are a bit mediocre. 55 HP, 104 attack, 105 defense, 94 special attack, 75 special defense, and 52 speed. So it's slow, but it does have Slow Swim to try and counter that, and it hits decently hard on both sides. It's just that, yeah, it's kind of annoying that its attack stat is higher than its special attack when it's a water type, and water types are special attackers, mainly, because they're water special. So, yeah, kind of an awkward Pokemon, and yeah, it doesn't hit as hard as Clample with the Deep Sea Tooth health, as you'd expect. So yeah, like I said, kind of awkward Pokemon. It does get better in later generations because of physical water type moves, but I think its coverage is still quite lacking. It also gets Shell Smash thanks to Clample. So it can Baton Pass that, like I said, or it can try to use it itself and try to do a lot of destruction. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of outclassed by its alternative evolution, Gorbis. So let's talk about Gorbis now. So Gorbis looks a lot less threatening, but it's probably actually more threatening than Huntail. They'll level up and learn Psychic type moves, oddly enough. It gets Confusion, it gets Amnesia, it gets Psychic. It also learns Baton Pass and Hydro Pump as well. So yeah, pretty interesting. So it does have at least another type of move it can use to attack other than like Ice Beam. It also gets Shower Ball, but that's physical in this game. I believe it's a special attack, so you don't want to do that. Tutor-wise, nothing too interesting, and egg move-wise, again it's the same. Anyway, stat-wise, similar. 55 HP, 84 attack, 105 defense, 114 special attack, 75 special defense, and 52 speed. So again, it's slow, but it still has the Swiss Swim ability, but it hits harder on the special side, and that's the important part. And it also has better special coverage, so yeah, really, if you really want to use the Clampel family, try Gorvis. It's not too bad, but yeah, like yeah, it's got good coverage and all, but I feel like there are much easier to use water-type special attackers that have good coverage. So yeah, and yeah, Psychic is cool and all, but yeah, it doesn't really like do anything super interesting for Gorvis's coverage. It's just another high-powered special attacking move that I can use. So yeah, interesting Pokemon, especially because it gets Baton Pass. Because again, in later generations, it can use that with Shell Smash. In this generation, it can't really do much interesting. I guess you could do Iron Defense Amnesia, but yeah, that's a lot of move slots with Baton Pass. And really, if you're using Baton Pass, you really should be passing offensive stat boosts. Defensive ones are probably less good, in my opinion, unless you're passing to a Shell Armor Pokemon like Clampel, oddly enough. Then the defense boosts are pretty good, but yeah. The interesting Pokemon, I really like the fact they got Shell Smash in their generations, thanks to Clampel of course, but really other than that, they're kinda in my mind. Because yeah, I feel like there's just more reliable war type options. But yeah, that was long, that was a long chat, but yeah, we still have 2 more Pokemon to talk about. Luckily they won't take us long to talk about. We have Chinchou next, which evolves into Lantern at level 27, so yeah, really at this point you should have a Lantern. It gets 2 one good ability, 1 bad ability. Volt Absorb and Illuminate. I don't think I need to tell you which one's better, but let's go over it anyway. So Volt Absorb makes it immune to electric type moves, so that's normally neutral because it's a water electric type. And now it becomes an immunity, so that's great. And Illuminate raises the random encounter rate, which to be fair, wouldn't be bad in this situation I'm in, but yeah. Yeah, Volt Absorb, you gain an immunity from one of your neutral attacks, so it's way better. So yeah, that's that. Water Electric is its type, and that's a very unique type. Not many, I don't know if any other Pokemon actually has that type combination. I know it's pretty rare. But anyway, it's only weak to grass and ground, and like I said, if you get Volt Absorb, you even get electric immunity on top. Its ability is Water Absorb, which also has its uses if you need to counter a water type really badly, because yeah, it'll eat out the water attacks, and then dish out some electric type pain afterwards. So yeah, pretty cool type like I said. But yeah, there is a Pokemon that comes along later that makes the type really good. But anyway, Veer level up, it gets alright moves, it gets Spark Veer level up, but you should probably go Thunderbolt at this point. There's Confuse Ray, there's Takedown, there's Hydro Pump, there's the Charge that hasn't been buffed yet. It also gets Thunder Wave Veer level, that's actually really good. That's legit really good. And your Hydro Pump, that's pretty cool if you want to hit harder with your water type stuff. TM wise, it's pretty similar to most water types, it gets Ice Beam, but also it gets electric type moves as you expect. As you expect too, it's a pretty interesting Pokemon in the rain. Thunder because 100% accurate, and water type moves get buff, so it's pretty good because of that. You can definitely abuse the rain pretty good, it's just that yeah, because of its stats, it might have a hard time sweeping in the rain, especially because it doesn't have Swiss Swim. Tutor-wise, nothing too interesting, and if I Egg Boost, Flail, Screech, and Amnesia, so nothing too interesting there either. Stat-wise, this is where people kind of don't like Lantern, its stats are average. 125 HP is quite a lot, it's not too bad defensively, it has 58 defense to go alongside it and 76 defense. Unfortunately, the interesting type combination offensively gets kind of newed by the fact that it isn't really like a super strong attacker. It only has 67 speed, it has 76 special attack, and it has 58 attack. So yeah, you really want to use special moves. So yeah, it's supposed to be a tanky Pokemon, which the type does kind of allow it to do, which is not bad. But yeah, it's a bit underwhelming that it's super hard, but yeah, you can definitely make it work. It does learn decent selection moves. Water, electric, and ice are pretty good type coverage, and you can use Thunder Wave. So this is a Pokemon I'm really interested in. I want to use it one day. Maybe in Heart Gold, because yeah, that's a decent generation for it. I have a fun idea to use a Lantern when I play that game next time, I think. And yeah, who knows, maybe I'll do some fun stuff. It's just that, yeah, it is weak to ground, which is kind of annoying. Especially because, yeah, it's a water type, it's supposed to be good against those. And it may struggle, especially because it might get outsped in one shot, if you're not careful. But yeah, like I said, this is a really interesting Pokemon, and I quite like it. And yeah, like I said, I want to use it one day because, yeah, like I said, it's super intriguing Pokemon. And yeah, nothing else to say really. It does get better in later generations, I feel. It gets more moves that I can use, and also... but it does get really big competition though, in another water electric type, actually, Rotom. Rotom Wash to be specific, because yeah, once Gen 5 rolled around, the Rotom appliances were able to get a new type when they transformed, and Rotom Wash, as you expect, it becomes a water electric type with the Levitate ability, so yeah, it gets rid of one of its weaknesses and turns into immunity, unless of course you find like a more broken Pokemon, so yeah. And yeah, it does have better stats too to work with, so yeah. That's kind of why Lantern is probably looked down upon. It's basically like a worse Rotom Wash, but I still think it's got some potential. Especially because, yeah, it does have more than just Hydro Pump for water stat, I guess. That's kind of cool. And it also gets some other, like, coverage moves as well. But anyway, right on cue, by the way, is Relicanth. So let's talk about this Pokemon. This is a really cool Pokemon. Not because it's like good or anything, but its origins. So this Pokemon, I believe, is based on the Coelacanth, which is a fish that was thought to be extinct. But it was found again. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And as you expect by that description I gave you, it's a water rock type. It has either Swiss Swim or Rocket as abilities. In this generation, I probably use Swiss Swim, but in later generations I use Rocket, because it gets head smash in later generations, and not taking recoil from that really recoil heavy move is very nice. So, anyway, let's use a Dive Ball on it, because fitting. And yeah, like I said, Water Rock type, an interesting type combination to, let's just say. Times are weak to Grass. It gets some interesting immunity, or resistances, but anyway, here it is, Relicanth, Longevity Pokemon. A Pokemon that was once believed to have been extinct. The species has not changed its form for 100 million years. It walks on the seafloor using its pectoral fins. And like I said, you want to catch one, oddly enough. It's important for a cyclist leader. So anyway, let's get out of here. And let's go back to, Slateport. Over here. Anyway, let me take a sip and then we'll continue talking about Relicanth. Yeah, like I said, Water Rock, not the most amazing type in the world. It does have the times weakness to Grass, it's weak to Electric, it's weak to Ground. But hey, it quads resists Fire, which is kinda cool. So anyway, move pool wise, it's got some actually interesting moves. Like, even though I did say that Swiss Swim might be better, it does get double edge level up, so if you want to use Rockhead with that, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. It gets some other interesting ways to level up. It gets Rock Tomb to level up, so you don't need to use the TM on it. It gets the more reliable agent power as well. You saw it gets takedown as well. That probably means that one I thought had, Swiss Swim, obviously. Also, before we do that, I want to put Sunny Boy. But anyway, It gets Rest too. There's a lot of interesting music level, but it also gets Yawn, so interesting. TM wise, did you know this thing gets Carmine? I didn't. Could be interesting with Swisser, maybe. It gets Ice Beam, it gets Earthquake. You don't need Rock Tomb TM. You can also learn Surf as you expect. Tutor-wise, Rock Slide later on, I believe. But yeah, much later on. Other than that, nothing too interesting. And finally, Egg Move-wise, Magnitude, Skull Bash, Water Sport, Amnesia, Sleep Talk, and Rock Slide. So some interesting moves to go along with its other moves it learns. Then, stat-wise, it's not the best water type in the world, it's definitely more of a rock type. But anyway, let's go into here and then we can talk about the stats. Anyway, where is he? I think he's in one of the windows. No. Is he in a plot? No. Is he in the drawer? No. Is he in here? There he is. Gah! Girl. How do you know I consider myself in this cover just shot? You've got to charge my trick rouse, haven't you? That's why you're here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Consider your challenge accepted. Enter through the scroll down, let your challenge commence. I shall be waiting in the back. Alright, let's do it. And he rips off Manoa's gym. Alright, so stat-wise, Relicanth is definitely more of a rock type. 100 HP, 90 attack, 130 defense, 45 special attack, 65 special defense, and 55 speed. So yeah, it's not really a great water type. Like I said, it's definitely more of a rock type with those stats. So yeah, that means yeah, Rockhead is definitely a better ability. Oh, why did I still didn't put away side up. What am I doing? That's okay, because yeah, I see Oteka's not here, Oteka's level 41, so I guess it's not the end of the world, but yeah, it's really annoying. But yeah, like I said, really cool Pokemon. It does get better in later generations because of physical water type moves. It does have pretty good coverage actually, because yeah, it gets Earthquake. Could be a fun Pokemon. It's just that yeah, it's kind of a rare encounter, but then again, if you want to do that side quest, you're gonna need to catch it anyway, so I think we need to fight this trainer, but that's okay. I don't mind doing that. When I heard there was a strange house, I had to check it out. So that's all the dive Pokemon, and I believe in every route that's all the Pokemon you get, but I could be wrong, of course. Might want to do a little bit of research. Anyway, these guys are kind of high leveled. That's pretty cool. We did need to beat Tay and Liza to gain access to this place, so I guess it makes sense. But yeah, we'll take out the Swablu. I could go onto one of my tangents, because yeah, I did ask some topics in between parts, but I don't think I'll be able to go through... I don't think I'll be able to give the topics the time that they deserve, so yeah, I'll wait on it. We'll just enjoy another Trickmaster House thing. I could also talk about one of my, like, other things on my mind. Briefly. So yeah, I have been starting my Trails of Cold Steel playthrough. That's been fun so far. The game definitely reminds me a lot of Persona 5 and Three Houses, which is interesting because yeah, I did like both of those games. I'm definitely not like my brother who kind of dislikes both of those games, but yeah. And it's a game I can't wait to learn more about by playing it. So that's something on my mind. Other things on my mind too. There's some foreign characters I want to talk about, but the thing about them is that they're not in games I can record, so I wonder how I could talk about them, I guess. Maybe in a separate video? Maybe in one of these videos, that's probably the way to do it. Anyway, yeah, the result is quite annoying when you don't have a move that hits it, but that's okay. So we take it out. Awesome. I discovered a tough trainer. So yeah, I'll keep using Magneto. I'll put a I'll use the soda pop. I feel like Echoes has a lot of characters that are like that to me. Like, I really like them for weird reasons, I guess. I believe you need to go this way. So I'll do that, and then I can actually make my way through here. Let's fight you. I'm getting dizzy from these rotating doors. Alright, so yeah, I guess you can talk about that a little bit. I believe my favorite character in Echoes is Delphia. Kind of a weird choice, but yeah, she just really appeals to me, and I really like using her. So, there's that. But yeah, some other characters that come to mind too is her brother Lucia, because Lucia is just a really fun character. I love him a lot. He really like works well with Delphia, so that's why I like him so much. Because yeah, they have that funny support, and and you know, Lucia himself is a pretty fun character too. Great lines and fun unit to use. He's not like the most amazing unit in the world, but yeah, you can definitely make him work. And then yeah, another unit that comes to mind too for me is Forsyth. Forsyth's not really considered that good, but for me, when I used him in my first 2 playthroughs, he's one of my strongest units, so it's kind of funny. Everything's spinning round and round, I can't take this anymore. Let's get this. We get a scroll. Let's see. And now I want to get this item by doing this. There we go. Now I can make my way through. Over here. We get a glitter mail. And now we need to just make our way to the end. So this isn't too bad. But yeah, like I said, Forsyth, I love him because... anyway, maybe I could get my bird Pokemon fly over the wall. Sounds smart, but anyway. Back to what we're talking. So yeah, I love Forsyth because, yeah, he's a fun character too, and I love the fact that he always, like, defied the odds in my playthroughs of Echoes. I played the game twice, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. And yeah, both times he was much stronger than he should have been. I think the second playthrough was pretty impressive. I think I just kept him as an Armor Knight, because I might have used a pitchfork on him in the first playthrough. Because yeah, I like doing like weird fun stuff with DLC, I guess. Here's a Pelipper. So yeah, Forsyth I like the dude. Like I said, he works really well with Python as well, of course. That's another character I really like, but I think people consider him kind of a good unit now because he's an archer, and archers are really good because they have access to killer bow is one of the reasons why, but anyway. Yeah, like I said, I could definitely talk a long time about Echoes' cast, because it's a cast I do like. It's a game I do like a lot too. A lot more than most people do, because, yeah, mainly like the negatives of Echoes, I don't think are actually that bad. Whoa, I blew it. Like the map design, I don't think the supports are even that bad either. Like, there's some legit actually pretty good ones in my opinion. Read the secret code. Trickbuster's my life. Oh dear. Considering the last one, that's probably not good. Ah, you made it to me. You're shot. It took me all night to install doors. You're also equal in greatness. Fine, you've earned this reward. But you get a magnet. Awesome, actually. Scrub the smug from your face. It's much too early to think you want. I'll make new tricks to stop you, I will. You may mock me only when you're done. Come over next time, Storm. I wouldn't mind doing that with Fates too, because yeah, Fates definitely has its fair share of characters that I like for weird reasons. I feel like, but anyway. Yeah, like I said, I do like Echoes a lot. I want to play it again, just to make sure that to reaffirm my feelings about it. Because yeah, it's a game I really enjoy. And I think it's a lot better than people give it credit for. But anyway. So yeah, next time we're actually going to be exploring the water. So yeah, I might actually start using those topics I have been given. Unless there's like a lot of Pokemon to talk about, which there may be. I'll make sure that isn't. Or there is. And you'll get Orteka back as well. So yeah, this is interesting. So yeah, we talked about the die Pokemon, we got a relic card for that side quest later, which is good. And there we go. But I think I will need to move Magneto around. I mean, yeah, we did the Trickmaster house, we got the magnet for Magneto, which is awesome because yeah, that boosts the power of electric type moves, and Magneto only uses electric type moves, so yeah. And yeah, I'll be using Gabriel next part, looks like. Awesome, awesome. And yeah, while I'm here, I might as well do some item management as well. Big Pearl. I don't want the male. It has a Pikachu Pearl in it. And yeah, we can play with the Heart Scale, we can play with the Smoke Ball. So, yeah, this part's pretty much to an end now. So yeah, we found the Pokemon that we need for a side quest later. We took out all the Pokemon in C4, and I did the Trickmaster house again. And got a really useful item out of it too. So yeah, next time we're going exploring the sea some more, before we start diving into the sea and exploring the sea that way. So, I'll see you guys again for that.